Adventure Out on White Mountains TV is presented by Adventure Suites, North Conway's amazing theme hotel.
Welcome to another edition of Adventure Out. I am Megan Simone here with Adventure Out correspondent Rob Clark,
Hi, Megan.
who is just back from combing the valley floor in search of the return of the pumpkin people.
And I found them.
You did?
I found the pumpkin people, so it was a good return, I guess.
Where exactly did you find the pumpkin
Well,
people?
most of the pumpkins are located right in the Jackson area. This is something that was put together by the Jackson Area Chamber of Commerce. And so that whole area is where the majority of the pumpkins are, up in Jackson, then kind of like in tendrils off from there.
So some maybe up into the Glen area?
Up in the Glen area, down into Bartlett, there are a few, and then kind of inching towards Intervale.
Excellent,
Majority
excellent.
of them.
Where can people find out exactly where these pumpkins
Where they are? Oh, that's
Right.
a good question. A lot of the businesses in Jackson will have maps, so you can stop by and pick up a map. And then also you can get it online. You can go onto jacksonh.com and click on the link, and it'll have the Pumpkin People map.
Map and guide to the pumpkin
That's
people.
right, so you
I
can find
love
all
it.
the pumpkin people.
So do they have a theme every year for the pumpkin people, or is this?
I don't know if it's necessarily a theme as much as it's the return of the pumpkin people. So
Right.
you go to, you see the businesses or some of the private homes, and they've got pumpkins out in front.
that
You
are
can see
that are
what's-
that are dressed as people. So did you obviously you went out, you scouted it all out for the viewing audience.
I did.
Were
I
they-
actually went in numerical order too.
You did. Oh
I
my
did
goodness.
because that's the kind of guy I am. I went out in numerical order because there's 49 of them, I think, this year.
Really? Wow.
And the map is very easy to follow.
Yep.
And you just kind of follow that and pull off the road. Some places you pull into, depending on where they are, and so you can see the pumpkin people.
Okay.
A lot of times it's great. You get out, you have your picture taken with the pumpkin people. It's
Right.
like, oh yeah, there's 16 pumpkin people, and my son right there is a pumpkin person this year. So.
Are there sometimes other people there? So if you want your picture taken,
There
there's like
are, which
another
was nice
person there
yesterday because as I was looking around at them, you could see, you could stop there and kind of chat with people and
Right.
find out what their favorites were. Oh, have you seen this one yet? Oh, have you seen that one? So
Oh,
that was kind of a
yeah.
fun feature of it.
Oh, excellent. You went in numeric order. I hope that the map had them in a pretty.
They did, and they did. Yeah,
you know,
they
like
put
so
them in
that you
numeric
weren't,
order too. Yeah.
driving here, there, and everywhere.
Yeah, I kind of, when I plotted out afterwards, I drew a bunny.
Oh, yeah. So connect the dots,
that's
connect the
right.
pumpkins. What were your favorites? Where did you?
Well, there's so many of them. There's, as I said, there's 48 of them.
Yeah.
And what's great is that there's kind of something for everybody. The first one that I stopped at was right down the road at the 1785 Inn. It was Bill Belichick and a bunch of Patriots fans, and that's just a fun one. I mean, it's easily recognizable. You know right away that it's Bill Belichick. It's
Right.
Patriots fans, and that was neat. And that was kind of a good introduction to it. And the faces are different on different pumpkin people. Some are painted on. There are a few that are very well painted, and some that use little fuzzy, googly eyes type
Right,
thing.
or pipe cleaners or
Right,
whatever.
pipe cleaner,
and-
whatever it takes to make the pumpkin people.
Oh, nice. That's perfect.
And then traveling on from there, I went up. You go up, you can go up 16A, see some of them that are up there,
Yep.
and then kind of made the turn and headed up towards
Jackson.
That was the
Yep.
word I wanted. Yeah, I headed up towards Jackson. Storyland has a really nice one this year. It's
Cool.
Cinderella. And so on her pumpkin coach,
I did see
which
that
I guess
one, yeah.
makes sense with the pumpkin people and the pumpkin coach,
Right.
and of course the little mice in front.
Ooh,
and
no
so,
way. Oh,
so
that's
that was
great.
kind of a fun one. And then moving on up into Jackson, my favorite, and I'll have to throw it out, but it is my favorite, is in front of the Snowflake Inn, and it's Gulliver's Travels, and poor Gulliver, as we know, is tied down by all the little Lilliputians. Or Lilliputians,
Right.
and tied right down. But the real detail to that is all of, he's tied down by all these little pumpkins, and they all have faces. They all have different faces, different expressions. Some,
my goodness.
happy, some surprised that they've captured Big Gulliver.
Wow.
And, so that's kind of a fun one.
Did you
right
get
there.
the skinny on how they put that together, or?
I just looked at it and said
Yeah.
that must be how they put that one together. So it was,
Interesting. So that's one to put on the list.
That's definitely one to put on the. I mean, they're all definitely something you want to put on the list, but that
Right.
was one of my favorite. Moving up, Dutch Bloom and Winkle, and great flowers there, of course, in Dutch Bloom and Winkle.
Right.
And she used
Mums.
mums. That was the word I wanted. Mum's
Mum's
the
the
word.
word.
And so made these 4 owls with mum faces.
Oh, nice.
And really neat, and the detail with that. That's one you want to get right up close to and really see what they did with that. And it's pretty amazing.
That's
pretty
very-
amazing. One of the criteria is that all of them had to have a pumpkin head. Or at least one, the main character or whatever had to have a pumpkin head.
Right.
So that was the one criteria. Because some of them varied a little bit on that. Up at the Christmas Farm Inn, they had Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and so you had a whole bunch of pumpkins there.
Right.
Of course. And then moving on to one of the ones at Debony Hair Salon.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was Moondance Massage. Debony was 4 pumpkin heads that were all sunflowers. It was very cool.
Cute.
But Moondance Massage had the Scream.
Oh.
You know, with
yeah,
I think it was a gourd, but it was really cool.
That's very cool.
So the detail of them is really, it's well worth your time.
Right.
It's a great thing. You know, you can plan. You could pack a lunch if you want, picnic with the family, or stop at a lot of the restaurants and a lot of the stores that are there. You know, stop and get your lunch and continue on your way.
Right. Visit it's a great way to not only see the area if you're just visiting here for the first time, but visit some of the establishments and just get your bearings by following the return of the pumpkin people.
Yeah, and you're seeing foliage. You're right in the middle of foliage season,
That's
so
true.
you get kind of the best of both worlds there.
Any tips for the ones that are at either private homes or on the side of the roads where it might be a little bit,
I think the key to that is definitely make sure pull off the road completely, put your blinker on. Don't exit that side of the car, the road side of the car.
Right.
And just be safe about it. But most of them, you're going to be able to do that very easily with.
Excellent.
And not really worry about that. But you got to be diligent because you could have a bunch of people going to see the pumpkins with you.
Right, that's true. And if you do, you should take a group photo.
That's right. Me and the
pumpkin group
pumpkins having a good
photo.
time.
For more information or to download a map, jacksonnh.com. And of course, you can also pick it up at any of the local businesses in Jackson as well.
That's right. And say hi to the pumpkins.
Say hi to the pumpkins. And we welcome you to tell us what your favorite is. So find us on Facebook at White Mountains TV and let us know so we know what your favorite pumpkin was. Rob, thanks so much for being our Adventure Out correspondent.
Thanks for having me here.
In search of the return of the pumpkin people. We'll see you on the next Adventure Out.
Adventure Suites, the only theme hotel in North Conway, is where you can stay in a cave, a treehouse, a movie theater, a Harley-Davidson suite, or one of many more themed jacuzzi suites. Boldly survive a night in the newest adventure suite, the Jungle. Soak in a 5-person hot tub hot springs nestled among rock ledges with a waterfall and a vibrant fiber optic starry sky. Your kids will love the glow in the dark Gorilla Villa with its own flat-screen TV and PlayStation 2. Adventure Suites offers excellent adventure packages combining your stay with the area's great activities. And for those looking for relaxation, they offer in-room massages, room service, and an excellent assortment of romance, birthday, and wedding packages. Adventure Suites is pet-friendly and makes a great gift. Best of New Hampshire, Best of Boston, New Hampshire Chronicle. See why everyone is talking about Adventure Suites. Stop in and take a free tour to see the incredible rooms for yourself. Call anytime at 603-356-9744. Visit adventuresuites.com or find them on Facebook for discounts and promotions.